Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Walla Zabareska for episode number 44. We've moved on in October. I think we left off just the beginning of October. And we've done a lot off camera. Was going to move further forward but decided not to. We got our fields combined. We bought 111 and 12 we had, that's combined. We bought 107. We combined it with 106, 7 and 8 all together. And we combined 114, 15, 16 and 17 are all together. So we've done a bit of combination work on getting the fields together, which we said we were going to do. Now, I've Oilseed Radish in all the outline fields that were done last episode. The outline fields, when I say that, they're the ones we're going to put the root crops into. So what I'm doing is I'm going to get Oilseed Radish into the other fields we have, the ones we combined, which is basically these two here, and then the field, not the one directly in front of us, next one over, which is our corn field. So them two there, we're going to get into them. We might as well get the cover crop into them. We'll have something else to do then when we cultivate them, because otherwise we're going to have nothing to do until March or April anyway. The other reason I decided I wanted to bring you back in and start the episodes earlier than I had anticipated, I thought we'd be a couple of months on, is because when we move forward to the 1st November, we're going to have all our babies in our pig enclosures. So we're going to have 280 pigs. So we're going to achieve the threat, the animal part of the threat. Although the threat part will be achieved, but I did say I'm going to continue on with the challenge until they're a year old, which will be next October, which will be the end of the harvest season and into October, and then I'll consider it completely done. But for now, we're just going to work away on getting the Oilseed Radish in. Then we'll have loads of stuff to sell. I'm considering buying the dairy, which is over here. The dairy is to buy, manage, will it tell us? Won't tell us. Let's go. I'm considering buying the dairy, considering buying the bakery, to put the flour into the bakery and a few things. But I don't know. What was kind of on my mind was whether, since we've achieved all the financial goals now, can I lease them? Now, I'd still like to continue on the way we were doing it. We do have plenty of money coming in now with all the stuff we're going to have anyway. But then I'm kind of asking myself, do I want to do that on this map? Am I going to be here long enough to justify putting the time and effort into it? We'll see. The other thing I was thinking of doing was moving the greenhouses. And what I was going to think about doing with the greenhouses was, I always said about buying this plot and putting the greenhouses over here, making that our greenhouse farm. But there again, I don't want to have any more than the two I have. So it'd be kind of a little bit of a waste. It's just the yard is a bit tight. That's the only reason, no other reason. You know, you get to a point where you have money and you're kind of thinking, let's spend it. I did spend to buy the fields so I could merge them. I think we had this one. Yeah, we had this one. We hadn't got 108, which is the one that had sugar beet in it. And I did actually wait. The sugar beet wasn't harvested, so I did actually wait right until the very end. And when it wasn't being harvested, I did actually buy the field. I harvested and I sold it. It wasn't worth an awful lot. I think I got about 25,000 or something like that for it. So I didn't even get the money back I got for the field. I didn't bother putting it in with the pig food because the one thing we have is loads of sugar beet, and I just waited right until the bitter end to see would the contract disappear that was on it. I wasn't going to go doing that anyway because I'd already done my 3 contracts and it didn't. So I bought the field. I took the crop out of it, which there was no rule against anyway. I just was kind of hanging on to see would it just disappear off the contract list, as they do sometimes. And we have that field as well, so them 3 are combined together. And along with these 2, we've got every one along here apart from the one to the left of me, which is 360,000 in it or something like that. but we do want to have everything on this band of fields anyway. Anyway, so that's where we are. I have the truck down at the pig food pig food mixer plant. I'm going to top off all the pig food houses with 15,000 litres each. I think there's 88,000 litres of pig food there now, so more than we need. And I'm just going to top off, put 15,000 into each of them and make sure that they're not going to run out as we move forward or anything, and just to keep everything tip top. So for now, I just got to work away and get the oilseed radish in here. There's 4 fields in total. This one, the one over there, that one beyond the trees there that I combined, and the one the other side of that field. And that'll be all oilseed radish in all our fields as a cover crop. So let me get that done. I'll bring you back in then when I'm topping up or starting on the pig food. I haven't loaded the truck. I just brought it down there. It's just sitting down there waiting. I didn't bother. And yeah, we'll get that done, and then we're going to move forward to the 1st of November. So you're here when we get the new arrivals and we complete that part of the challenge, and then I'll have a look and see what else I'm going to do in the episode after that. Oilseed radish in all the fields now. That's a little bit of work, to say the least. There they are, all pea green. I suppose so. That's why I'm calling it pea green. Probably a little light, but yeah, they're all done. So we've oilseed radish in all the fields that haven't got crops in them. I don't know what they are, but they're not oilseed radish. I think they're actually green beans. Yeah, there you go. It flashed up just a little bit to say it. Yeah, happy days. What are we going to do now? We're going to get this back to the yard, wherever I parked it. And yeah, we'll get the pigs completely maxed out on their food. We'll move forward. We'll break into November the 1st. We'll have full pig pens down. We'll have achieved our goal, and we'll turn off the greenhouses and sell the products. That's there. I'm half tempted now to replace them with 2 glass greenhouses and let them run through the winter. I don't think we need to. Yeah, what's going to happen afterwards when we're finished? I think because of all the work I put in, I'm going to continue on, even if it's only 1 episode a week, with an update on where we are on Wallace Abereska going forward, because I do intend, I did say it before we just jump back to the map, I do intend to buy all of this side, all of this side, and all of this side as well. I intend to own this sector in here, and might as well keep going. You know what I mean. I'm going to keep playing on it anyway. Just a variety of crops. Might need a second combine. Don't know whether I'd bother getting a bigger header. I think I'd invest in the second one and just put an AI worker on it rather than doing it that way. So, as per usual, when I come back, I'm stuck. Can't get through the gap. Time to get the machine washed. Back in the shed. And I will talk to you in a little while when we get the truck full of pig feed and get out to the pig barns. Okay, just getting the 15,000 litres into each one. It holds 30, so I was nearly there. And I was actually talking you through it, and then I realised I had the mic to the left of me. I didn't pull it around in front of me, so I disregarded that about a minute and a half. I had you in while I was filling the truck. We have 90,000 litres of pig food, so we have more than enough. They do hold more than the 15,000. I'm just dividing it to get what I need into each of them, because I have to drive up to the other farm. So this holds bang on. Is it 30,000? Yeah, bang on 30,000 litres. Now give me the trigger. There we go. Let me swing around behind it again just to keep an eye on the collision. So we're putting 15 in each. We're going to... It does collide. It did. I've done it before. Yeah, there you go. I thought for a minute it wasn't going to this time. I was kind of got to go, well, what happened last time that did? There you go. Yeah, we're going to get our babies next month. There is one pen. There is actually 2 pens have them. I can't understand because I did put them in at the same time. Now, the first one down here, that had them before the rest. But the other 3 were all done at the same time. I don't understand why one of them already has had its 35 0-month-olds. It doesn't make sense because they were all done at the same time. Now, while that's filling, I'm just going to close the doors. Here we go. And I'm going to get up to the other farm and get it done. And then I'm going to just go back to the farm, convert the truck back to a flatbed because we're going to have to shift pallets. There we go. That's full. Yeah, another thing too, just I don't know whether anyone will have noticed major improvement in the microphone. The cable I had in it, it's a USB-B micro connection, it's called. It's the cable that came with it. It's a Logitech Yeti mic. And it was in it from day one. It wasn't in anything else. So for some reason it started disconnecting the odd time a couple of weeks back. And I wasn't too sure whether it had an extension cable on it, whether it was that was causing the problem or so it's a really high quality extension cable. So I had another one to put it on. When it was still happening, I knew it was the cable itself. So I replaced it with a better cable that's long enough to go direct to the hub to connect to the PC. And I did notice on the video that it went up today. This is Monday, so this is a week ago. This video is coming out on Monday the 2nd or 3rd of August. I'm not 100% sure which date it is, but it would have been the last Monday's video. I listened to it today after it was uploaded, and there's a major improvement in the actual quality there. Now, have I gone past? I have gone past. Slam the brakes on. I'm driving past the yard. I don't normally come around this way, and it's the first time I've been on this road with no traffic. So I reckon there might even be a better improvement on the quality yet again, because we have the newer cable on it. I had to replace it with a different cable, but the newer cable that I have now just seems to be so much better. So I know I was having issues where my voice has gone low anyway, but I'd compensated for that by adjustments on OBS. I'm going to do the other shed first. Deliberately lined them both up for this reason alone. Okay, we can go around and keep an eye out between just so we don't get the collision. I know it doesn't make any difference, but 30,000, I'll put as close to 15 into each of them. This is the one with the babies, is it? No, it's the other one. And these would have been done at the same time, which is why I can't understand why the other one has. See, there's no collision on that part, but there's a collision on the roof. There you go, it just hit it. There you go. 70 litres past the 15,000. There's a collision on the door as well. Hold on. It doesn't look like there's babies in there at all. There was one of these have offspring. I'm checking now in a minute. What I mean is there's 2 of them. The very first one, which was down before anything else, and then one of the new ones I put down, which all went down together. I'd lower down a bit more. Now, let's go into the menu. The quickest way to check them is to go into hello. We've frozen. Can't get it. Oh, it's switched onto the mouse. Why does it do that sometimes? Menu, animal dealer. Let's go. Pigs. 0 month. We've 35. 35, 35. And there we go. That's the 30. That's the original. They're 3 months old. They were in beforehand. So I don't understand why that happened. The two of them went in at the same time. Anyway, there you go, guys. That's our pigs have their food. We're okay for moving forward now. The only thing I can see why that one maybe has the 0 month old is because we did run out of food. And what I'm thinking is that one may not have run out of food and the other ones did, which is why we should have had, I hadn't been watching it closely enough, but it probably meant we would have already had our full quota of offspring the last month, but I wasn't paying attention, so at least this time we get to see when the rest of them arrive. Okay, I'll bring you back in anyway when we're moving forward into November. Okay, everything else done. We're in the pigsty and we're about to move forward. Sleep here overnight, wake up at 9 in the morning. Let's see, do we have little babies? And then I need to turn the greenhouses off as well. And I'm going to go sell the products. Okay, we've 70. So we've 70 in here. Oh, we're out of corn in the pig food production. Okay, kind of expected that. We've 70 in here. We need to go inside to see 70 yet. Oh, we have our quota. We're 5 short, or we're 10 short of our 280. So we've 270, but we only needed 250, so we have them. We have their food in there and that. So there you go, guys. We completed all 3 elements of the challenge. These guys are coming up on... I never checked these for food. I know they did have enough. But I know they're going to need to be done now. They will, yeah. 12,000. And they are... No, they're nowhere near going to have offspring. Did I put 100 in? I obviously did, yeah. I can't remember. Anyway, let's get back over. Yeah, we have our product. And I'd have to move everything out of the trigger before I move forward. That's why we have our nice stack. And our make sure to have grass. The bales are going to drop down now. Yeah. So we've all this to sell. Let's jump in. I don't know why I'm still turning these off, to be honest with you now, because I was checking out the available. Now. No. Oh yeah, we do selling. We do. At the top of the hour, then they empty. Yeah. Okay. They need to be on to sell. No. Brain freeze. Deactivate. Let's do the other one. I shut them down for the winter months. That's what I said. I'm kind of asking myself, why am I doing it now? Because that's what I agreed I was going to do on this map. So, own personal rules, not part of the challenge, but there you go. And we're going to sell the product. What have we got anyway? We have 350,000 worth. I wish you could take the food elements out of that we're not going to be selling. So what we're going to do, we're not going to hang on to the stuff until January, February. We've done it every month all the way through. We've sold, we've quite a bit of fabric as well. The wool will go to the it's called something different here, local spinnery. Yeah, the wool will go to the local spinnery, and the milk will go to the dairy, and the rest of the products will be shipped out to their various locations. Let's see. That's what I've done the last couple of months because we've had quite a decent amount. So what I usually do is I start at the top. The first thing is, they were coming to a high price. The annoying thing about that is it's four truckloads to be transported. That village shop, garlic, it was their food factory. There's a small village shop. They're all there. Of course, that's the same one. Napa cabbage, spring onions. What I'll do is I'll load up whatever. There's 4 things to go to that shop. So I load them up and I bring them. We've sunflower oil as well. So let me get this stuff sold, and I will give you a quick update as to what the balance is going to be then, because I expect it to go up quite substantially. We're on 24,000 now. I expect there to be at least 50 grand added to it, if not more. Now, just going to sell the first load of greenhouse stuff. It's 22,000 plus 2,600, so 20. What's that? 28 on a bit. So we sold the wool and the fabric and the goat milk. The wool got delivered, so we went up to 59. So yeah, we're almost at. I did say about 50,000. We're gone just over 50,000 now. Actually got more than I expected. There was 3 pallets of wool or fabric down at the dealership. So we have lettuce, and we've only 2 items left, or 3 items left. I'm just going to sell them at the same place. I'm not going to. One has to go up to the preserved food factory, the garlic, and then I'm just going to go to I think it's the small shop and sell them there. So let's see what we end up with as a total. Now, whoa. Just didn't want to straighten up. Great little truck for doing this. Now, just going to sell them all at the one spot. I'm not going to drive around. It's not worth it. Lettuce. Alright, that's it. Sorry, I had to mute the mic just for a second. So, just, it won't tell me now, will it? Okay, gonna sell all of these at the same spot anyway. The Grim supermarket. We get rid of them down there, and bring it back in when I'm down there. We'll see what we're going to get for it. Right, we'll just get rid of this in here. Passing the dealership, I realised my header trailer is still there from when it got stuck. Okay, 23,909 and 28. So we got over 26,000. So there you go, we have 111. Way out of my estimate. Okay, now. That was pretty good. Now let's have a quick look at where we are. Oilseed radish everywhere. We have our oat, our barley, our canola, our spelt, so on. So we've quite a bit to get in. We've field grass 5 or 7. Our grass fields. Oh, our grass fields is ready. Okay, November. Of course they would have grown. I was thinking, no, that's going to be next. Going to go and visit. Yeah, our grass is ready to harvest. Our first harvest on the combined grass fields. That puts a different complexion on it. I was just about to say, I don't know whether I have any work to do. And there you go. That's I won't say it's not throwing a spanner in the works, it's giving me something to do. I had suspicions of not having much to do, and this episode at the moment is about 25 minutes long. And I was kind of saying, are we going to have a short one just because we're not going to have much to do? But we do. We have our grass to do. Now, what am I going to do with it? I'm going to cut it first and then decide. Do we make hay? We don't really need silage. We have silage in the bunker. That is fermented. We probably have enough hay. You never have enough hay. I'm trying to think now, do I actually wrap some bales? Or what do I do? I'm not sure. I'll have to do a little bit of investigation and see what we have of everything and decide which is the best. Let me park this. We'll jump into the stock check. It'll tell us what we have. Okay, that will not be in the way here. That's okay. We're low on fertilizer. We need to buy fertilizer. Stock check. Okay, if we take a look at silage, the bunker would be fermented by now, so we've 250,000 silage. Hay, we've loads. Grass, we only need that for the sheep. We've loads. Doesn't solve my dilemma, considering we're gonna, you know what, we'll make hay out of it, because at least then we can feed it to the sheep and or the goats and the sheep, and we can use it in a TMR mix, and if the worst comes to the worst, we can sell it and make a bit of money on it. So, I no idea where I left my mowers. Are they in this shed? There, yeah. Okay, right. Other thing too, I meant to say 100 hours on the Fent as well. 100 hours on the New Holland. We are going to upgrade. Not yet, but we will upgrade. We'll do probably. I'm still angling for doing the New Holland. Right, I'm going to get over to the field, get cutting this, getting it tethered, windrowed and baled up. I will bring you in for a part of it and just update you. Okay, just starting to do the big field. I wonder how many bales we get off it. We'll see anyway. Just quick one. We had 77,000 in nearly 78,000 plus 9,100. So you could say 78 and 9,000. So we had 86,000 in products between our greenhouse products, our goat milk, is that still on track? It is, yeah. It's just missing a bit. Okay. The tray is putting it out. Okay. Tray is sending it off, of course. Trays are very close to the edge and it kind of ruins the GPS on it. But I reckon we're going to get quite a bit of hay off this field. Bales wise, it's going to be decent enough going forward. Next cut we'll probably, if we started using the silage out of the bunker, we'll start making, if we start making TMR and we can get through that, the silage that's in the bunker that we done, we'll probably cut this field for silage next time. So I'll probably alternate between hay and silage. I'm not going to bother with grass on its own, because then if we want to turn it into silage we have to wrap it, so I'm not going to do that. But I reckon we're going to get quite a bit off this field. Happy enough with the size of it anyway. I don't think we're going to need any more grass, and that's why we got rid of the one we had over the far side that we were kind of getting nearly all our grass from. This should be sufficient to cover off. What we're going to do on this, I did say we're getting very close to, like, the challenge is more or less complete now. I just said we'd wait and let the babies grow to a year old before we say officially, yeah, we've achieved it. I know that's not a requirement, but it's just something I added in. But what I want to do is probably continue on here anyway, because I put so much work into the fields. Probably only bring out an update once a week on what I'm doing on it, rather than it being continuing as a series the way it is, because it won't be the triple threat challenge anymore, because it'll be done. But I'm not going to give up on all the work I've done on the fields. We're going to keep, as I said, expanding and moving forward from that point of view. But we won't be doing as many episodes on it because, to be honest, the viewing numbers have dropped off drastically on it. I know it's at a different time of the day. It comes out on a Tuesday and a Thursday. Then every other episode comes out in the morning time, local time, BST. It comes out 10 in the morning. So... We'll see what happens going forward. The other thing too is Lemeshe is keeping me fairly busy. Episodes wise, we're doing 3 on that. We're doing 2 on along the Kiel Canal. I still need to keep an eye on that series because a lot of people are not into 4X maps, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, I kind of like to feature maps that are available on console as well, rather than just being a 4X is not available on console. It's only available on PC. And I think what happens is you will get initially a big interest in it because people want to see the map. But when they can't play on 4X maps because they're on console, I think it does make a bit of a difference. Now, I'm going to continue on it anyway, but I think it just makes a bit of a difference. I prefer to create content on maps that everybody can access. And it's the same with this one. It's the same with Lemeshe, and it's the same with the Hamlet. They're all accessible across all platforms. So from that point of view, they kind of have a bit of an advantage there. Maybe just me thinking that way, but I don't think so. I know by the figures. I can kind of see, and that's why, I did say I was very reluctant to jump on Wickham Park, mainly because it's not released on ModHub yet, and plus the fact that everybody jumped on it, and it was just overloaded. And it's a bit like when Kinleg was coming out, all the content partner creators, whatever you want to call them, were all given early access to it, and it was. I switched off. I just could not watch it. And I be honest with you, I'm not really watching any stuff on Wickham Park because there's too much of it. It really is. Same with some of the other maps that have come out like that. They just get too much traction with everybody wanting to play on them and record content on them. Now, just throwing it out there, a map I'm thinking of going to, which was out quite a while ago from Mr. Hector, Carpathian countryside. I did play on it, not for a long time, but I did play on it, and I do actually like the map itself. I am thinking of maybe jumping onto that map when I drop whichever series is going to finish up first, and but we'll see what else comes out. There'll be plenty more maps coming out anyway, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. It's not going to happen anytime soon. You're looking at probably 2 to 3 weeks before I'm on another map anyway. So it's just every time I go into my games and I start looking at a possible map to jump into and I see it there, I kind of go, I have unfinished business there. It's just the way it is. I did enjoy it. I did originally start one with the start farm, and there was just so much on it. It just I just went, no, not for me. There was just too much on the start farm. And then I started with it, built my own farm and bought one of the, shall we say, satellite farms. I think it was the pig farm I bought, or the sheep farm. And then what happened was I started recording again, and I just let it go. Then I didn't go back to it because once I started doing recorded episodes again, I didn't have time. Anyway, let me get, we've 3 headlands on this. Let me get this cut, tethered, windrowed, and I'll bring you back when I'm baling it up, and we'll see how many bales we're going to get off it. Off and running, baling up the hay. Got all cut, windrowed. Not quite sure how much it's going to be. I had thought about picking up with the forage wagon and just putting it straight into the fermenting soil, but I don't want to do that. I want to mix them in a mixer wagon because we have the silage in the bunker. So had looked again at upgrading this tractor. I keep jumping in, and I went, like, I thought there was a smaller 800 in the the Highland Fishing expansion pack, but there isn't. So there's only 180 horsepower, and then by the time we put wide tyres, wheel weights, zero compact, we're looking at 132 750, which is not bad for a 281 horsepower tractor. But do we need it? Probably not. Look, when we've loads of money, we might jump in and upgrade it, but for now we're just going to hang tight. Hang on to the few bob. What I might be better off doing is buying a telehandler for down on the yard down here for mixing up the TMR and a forage wagon. It's hard to know what to do since we're coming very close to the end of this, but when I say that, I'm not going to, like, I'm coming close to the end of the challenge, or I could say challenge is done, but I'm going to continue on anyway for a while, so I probably will spend the money, but just can't get me to open my wallet at the moment. And do it. The money's sitting in there, nice and snug, and I'm not in a rush to go lowering the bank balance because, like, honestly, we could consider purchasing more fields over here. This one being the optimum one, which is 344. Like, even expanding out this way as well. So, with that in mind, I'll keep banging away with the tractors we have for now. We're up to 103.6 now on this. We're up to 102 on the Fent. It's parked up the top there. I put a worker on to do the tethering while I went on another contract. I've done 3 contracts, probably about 18,000 between the 3. 2 mowing, 1 cultivation. Not huge money, but still money nonetheless added to the account. We did upgrade the tether. We got a bigger tether. We got rid of the little small one. That cost us a few bob. There was nothing in the second-hand market, and we only got less than $3,000 for the one we had. So the one we have is the tiny little passenger one, so we kind of done okay with what we got for it. But it didn't really make much of a dent in the cost of the new one, to be honest with you. But look, kind of knew that was going to be the case because it was such a small one anyway. I reset the bale counter, and I'm going to just get these baled up, and let's see how many bales we have at the end of it. Right, just coming to the end of it. We've only a little bit to pick up along the headland over there. And yeah, it's been pretty good. Haven't checked how many bales we got yet. I'll do it now in a second. Let's get to the top. That's what we'll do. We'll go over and pick up the bit on the headland as well, because it might give us a full bale to finish off with. Okay, lift that up. We'll speed up to 25. Just the 3 through the GPS line out from the headland. So I did just roll this up. I think I missed a bit behind me as well, but no, never. There's a bit the far side. And that's it. Just that bit down there. I think we're done. And we'll see how many bales we got. Nice field. I'm going to get a manure spreader since we have manure and get it on it. We have slurry as well, so we could do both. There's probably grass. There is grass sitting on the edge. That grass? Let's pick it up. I'd say it is. All the way down. Might as well keep going. It won't change the bell from hay to grass. There's not enough of it, hopefully. Be disappointed now if it does. It's only along here where I was just getting the bit. There's none there. Oh, we're still getting a little bit. Oh, maybe I did run from the bottom up. It's the only part I went into the headland. I didn't. The rest of it was all on GPS the whole time, so. As we say, shinay, that's it. Done. And let's throw those bales out. Get the final total. And we have, let me see, 42 bales. Not bad going. Anyway, guys, that's it. Episode number 44 from Walla Zabareska. Triple threat challenge. The threats have all been achieved. Challenges have all been met. I'm going to continue on until the pigs are all a year old at least anyway. And as I said, I'll probably continue on and do a little bit of work on this map every now and again. How long I'm going to make recordings of it, I'm not going to say, because it might actually just keep the map there for playing when I get a bit bored on the other ones I'm recording. Yeah, as I said, I came close to swapping out the tractor again. Don't be surprised if you come back in. More than likely, I'll bring you back at the end of the year when we're at the peak sell time. We're not going to have anything to sell apart from milk and goat milk and fabric between now and then. Everything else, the greenhouse is turned off, and all the rest of our products are all not going to reach their peak until at least January anyway, so not going to bother spending the money on anything else. I did say I might buy that other farm, what is exactly the chicken farm on the map, and I did say I might spend the money and buy that and start doing chickens. At this stage, I don't know whether that's on the cards. That's just being honest with you. I don't think I'll bother, but you never know. I've been known to say things in the past and then 10 minutes later I do the exact opposite. Anyway, that's it for now from Walla Zabareska. Until the next episode. So all that's left for me to do is to say goodbye for now. Until then. Bye bye.